Hello everyone, I am SHABEENA AMEEN, Assistant Professor from Department of English, Teresian College, Mysore. My today's topic is a short story titled The World-Renowned Nose by Vaikom Muhammed Basheer. Vaikom Muhammed Basheer, fondly known as Bepur Sultan, was an Indian independence activist and a writer of Malayalam literature who lived from 1908 to 1994. He was a writer, a humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, and short story writer, noted for his path-breaking, down-to-earth style of writing that made him equally popular among literary critics as well as the common man. His novels and stories present a keen observation of the development of contemporary society. There is a vivid strain of realism in his stories, and they always leave a smile on the lips of his readers. As he is critical about populist views on love, politics, religion, and other socio-ethical elements of life, his stories have a universal appeal. In many of his stories, he attempts to satirize the psychology of the masses. His characters are picked from the society in which we all live. His notable works include novels like Balya Kalasaki, Shabdangal, a number of essays, memoirs, and a collection of short stories titled Anarga Nimisham. The translation of his works into 18 other languages have earned him worldwide acclaim. The universal appeal of his stories could be greatly attributed to his life experiences. During a 9-year exile during the nationalist movement, the pain and the struggle of those days came out through his stories, a package of simple language and natural ingrained humor. One could see his humane nature in his writings. The Government of India awarded him the fourth highest civilian honor of the Padma Shri in 1982. He was also a recipient of Sahitya Academy Fellowship and received the Kerala State Film Award for Best Story. Let us now know some glossary terms from the short story, such as snuff, tobacco in the form of a powder for breathing into the nose; sabotage, the willful damaging or destroying of something; abode, house or a place of living; scale, measure; mesmerism, the act of sending human brain into wakeful sleep; fraud, deceit or cheating; perpetuate, cause something to continue to exist for a long time. I have divided the short story by giving them short titles in order to help you understand the story better. To start with, we have the title part Nose. An ordinary kitchen worker's life became extraordinary when his nose started growing in length. Before that, he was an unknown kitchen worker and he only wanted to eat, sleep, and inhale a lot of snuff. His nose grew longer and reached the level of his navel. Still, he did not care about it because he could still inhale snuff without any difficulty. But he was dismissed from his job at the kitchen. No political party came forward questioning this injustice. Some of his visitors even stole things from the house where he had been working. Soon he had no money to even buy snuff. His mother started driving people away from his hut. Part 2 of the story, a celebrity from kitchen. The long-nosed man soon became a celebrity. Photographers and news reporters came to see him. Then they tried to bribe the mother to let them see the long nose. His income grew day by day, and he became a millionaire in 6 years. He became a celebrity. He acted in 3 films, including The Humane Submarine. Poets wrote epic poems about him. Whenever something important happened, the newspapers published his comments. He started commenting about everything in the world. The government awarded him the title Chief Among the Long-Nosed Ones. Different political parties wanted him to join their parties. Part 3. The Fall Begins. The long-nosed one appointed 2 attractive women as secretaries. Both of them loved him. Both of them wanted him to join her own party. When he said nothing, one of them made a comment that the long-nosed one has cheated the people and that the long nose is made of rubber. A big controversy followed. The people blamed the government and the president. The political parties demanded that the ministry must resign. Part 4. Arrest, Custody, Imprisonment. Protests and strikes broke out. At last, the president arrested the long-nosed one and took him into custody. The people were still not happy. They burned police stations and destroyed government buildings. There were communal riots and many people died. The president invited expert doctors from 48 countries to the presidential palace. They surrounded the long-nosed one. One of the doctors took a needle and punctured the tip of his nose. A drop of blood appeared. Thus, the controversy was settled. They announced that the long nose was indeed real and not made of rubber. And the concluding part, Rising from Shame. Now the people were happy. One of the secretaries came up to him and kissed him on the nose. People shouted slogans praising him and his party. The president nominated the long-nosed one as a member of the parliament. The other political parties formed a united front to protest against this. The controversies and agitations over the silly long nose continued forever. Hence, to conclude, Basheer's The World-Renowned Nose is a cruel paradox of life. It is a philosophical definition and social statement rendered in cartoonist fashion. The fantastic story about a man with a long nose is ultimately the tale of success, betrayal, and tragic controversy. Thank you. Here is a short picturization of the story for you to enjoy. Thank you.